As our heroes were still processing the loss of one of their party members, their grief was interrupted by a sudden flammable weapon engulfing their tavern rooms in flame. Now they looked to escape the burning inn whilst also protecting the body of their fallen ally. So, without further ado, let's get into this week's episode of Bardic Quest. So, last time then, whilst Saga, Thorik, and Marvellus, I nearly said Johann then, God. That was just muscle memory, just nearly kicked in. Saga, Thorik, and Marvellus were taking care of the fallout of their loss of Johann. Sergei was... in ignorance, I believe, next door shaving his head when...
Denial.
Denial.
Stages of grief.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. Was next door shaving his head when all of a sudden a huge smash came through the window as a bottle of... what can only be described as a bottle of fire came through the window of your room in the Stonehill Inn as the flames erupted around your room. So we are picking up right in the thick of this. So I am going to need you all to please roll some initiative.
Oh. Oh, okay. I think you might have had the same experience. I was like, pleasantly surprised.
It'd be a... My initiative plus one. Getting that from.
What you got, Sergei?
Have you unclicked something?
It's a 19. It's 18 plus 1. But I'm unsure where I got my plus 1 in initiative from.
Yes.
Anybody got higher than a 19?
Dirty 20.
Oh, very nice.
19 plus 1 on the die.
Alright. Saga, what are you at?
8.
That's a far cry from 19.
Is too much. Yep.
Marvellus.
13.
13. Okay. Alright. Let me just roll some dice myself. Okay.
Roll for the Molotov cocktail.
Sentient Molotov cocktail.
A Finnish invention, not a Russian one.
Not have those Russians take credit for
it. It was the target General Molotov, if I remember.
Yes, it was, Callum. Interesting, you should remember that.
Information I've known for a very long time.
Yeah, so
approximately half an hour.
It's cocktail for him as well, wasn't it? Yes.
All right, so it's going to go thusly then. It'll be Thorik, then Sergei, then Marvellus, then Saga. So, Thorik, you have been kind of assessing the situation. I believe the last thing that you had done was kind of looking at this book. I believe was the last thing you did, if memory serves. And as you are kind of studying this, well, not studying it, but just kind of using your detect magic to get a view of it, you suddenly hear a smash from next door. What would you like to do?
I would like to just... I just look at Saga and nod, and I run out of the room towards mine and Sergei's room.
Okay. So yours and Sergei's room is next door, which is good. So you're gonna barge past Marvellus, who's kind of stood in the doorway, and head to your room there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do I see as I come in?
Well, as you're kind of entering into the room, you can see Sergei with a razor blade in hand, or a knife. Actually, how were you? Were you using dagger to shave?
Kind words. Just please get off my head. Yeah, dagger. Yes. Yeah.
All right. Clearly, like with shaving foam, kind of on his head, and just stood in the middle of the room, a smashed window, and just flames everywhere.
Right. With my movement, can I grab my... I'm assuming my pack and my shield and the hammer, by the door.
Uh-huh.
I would like to... What do I do? How... Can I see out the window from the doorway?
Not from the doorway, no. The room is about 25 foot deep. It's quite large.
It's a big room. Oh, we splashed out, didn't we, Sergei? I would just like to grab my stuff, grab my hammer and shield, grab my pack and throw it out of the room so it doesn't get set on fire.
Sure.
Some important things in there.
Okay.
I believe that I talked about having a bath before bed last time, is what I did. I know that Marvellus wanted a special room that had a bath in it.
Yes.
Did all the rooms have baths in them?
No, they're kind of on request.
Right. Okay.
It's not fancy plumbing here in Phandalin.
No, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking that maybe there'd be a thing of water just knocking around in the room, but that's not the case. Okay. Right. I do not have create or destroy water prepared. So I'm just gonna look at Sergei and be like, just get the hell out! Get out now! And I guess just hold I don't know, just stay out of the room, I guess, and just how sort of surrounded is Sergei?
At the moment, it's only been a matter of seconds since the flames erupted, so it's kind of immediately post-impact. Cool. So things are catching fire. There's kind of small flames everywhere. He's not massively surrounded, but in probably only a few seconds' time, the place is made of wood, right? So it's sort of going to catch fire pretty quick.
So I'm just going to hoik my stuff out of the room, holding my hammer and shield. I'm just going to get out, and I'm going to shout downstairs. I'm just going to shout, fire! Fire! To try and wake the household, get people moving. I'm like, come on, people, let's get up.
Okie dokie.
Other than that, I don't really know what to do. There's nothing to hit, and I don't have the right spells for this sort of thing, so I'm just going to inspire Sergei to run.
All right. Okay, so Sergei, you're actually up next.
Lovely. Sergei is just thinking now is not the time to peeve me off, and I'm going to run to the window, jump out the window, and cast Featherfall on myself as I descend.
Okay, you leap out of the window, casting Featherfall upon yourself as you land to the ground. Would you like to? How do you land? How does it look as you land? Are you going epic superhero, or are you going kind of ballet, gymnast? What are you going for?
Oh, don't give me that option, Wayne. I suppose just kind of sinister. As I land, I assume I still got the dagger in my hand, so I'll just kind of pass it into like a back palm or whatever the official phrase is, and kind of land just pretty tamely and have a quick look around, see if I can't see.
You can see plenty.
Because what do you mean,
as you drop outside the window, you find yourself in front of a number of individuals, all in black, weapons drawn. Weapons being maces and swords. Or rather, one individual with a sword, the rest with maces. There are about 7 people out here.
Do I recognise them?
You do recognise one of them to be Darwin, the new member of staff at the Stonehill Inn.
Frickin' knew it.
Can't get the staff these days.
Right.
Okay, but I don't recognise the robes they're wearing.
Do you want to give me a history check?
I'll do my best. Wait, why don't I just do it like this? No. There. A 13.
A 13. The guy with the sword, whose face is mostly covered up, I should add, is wearing black, but he also seems to be quite proudly displaying a little bit of gold trim on his otherwise rather subdued outfit. And you think you can just make out a little kind of embroidered symbol of a winged serpent plummeting towards the horizon.
I suppose my go's almost up, so I'll just finish with going, good morning, gentlemen.
That winged serpent, by the way, I think you've connected the dots already yourself, James, but just for the audience at home, that is the symbol of the Black Network, also known as the Zentarim.
I may have trifled with the wrong people here.
Again. It is now the turn of that particular gentleman. And he looks to you, Sergei, and he says, "You were warned." And he charges in to you, swinging his short sword at you. He's going to make 2 attacks. The first attack, ooh, it's not a good start, is 24 against your armor class.
Yeah, that hits.
My boy!
For 6 points of piercing damage. However, I also need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Nope.
Don't like that. Ah, fucking nat 20.
Oh, very nice. So, as this blade strikes at you, you kind of notice that this blade that he's using seems to be coated in kind of like a black fluid that marks your skin, and you kind of feel the cuts start to pulsate for a brief moment. But otherwise, you don't feel any unusual effects. But do you want to give me a nature check, actually, Sergei?
Yeah, go on. I would love to. A 13 again.
Okay. This you believe to be a very strong poison that he has coated his blade with. He does also get a second attack.
Yeah.
This time is going to be an 18 against your armor class.
That hits.
For 8 points of piercing damage. And I need you to make another Constitution saving throw, please.
Goodness me. Come on. Oh, that's not good. That's a 7.
Oh, that's really not good. Okay.
That's really not good.
Okay. Give me a moment. That is, hang on, 18 points of poison damage.
Okay, I am down.
Oh, no.
How many points?
18.
18.
1-8.
18.
Yes. Next up, Marvellus.
Right. So
You've heard a second smash as Sergei's kind of dived through the window.
So
Go ahead.
looking into the room and seeing the fire, which I presume at a glance you can see is not particularly controllable, from throwing a bucket on a single. It's not a single bucket job.
At this point, it might be a single bucket job, but it could spread very, very quickly. The whole place is kind of covered in fire, like wood,
Yeah.
which
Quickly
is all
bucket job.
flammable material.
Yeah.
So it could spread very quickly.
From Thorik shouting fire, fire, and putting two together with what Sergei said. Oh, right. I run into my room. I'm only wearing my nightshirt and a lovely blue silk dressing gown. And so I run into my room and I grab my armor and pack that's at the end of my bed. And I just hold it to my chest and go, here goes, and I just run and jump out the window. I don't have featherfall.
Right, okay.
I'm just following what Sergei's done.
Sure. Alright, charge through, smash through the window. Can I get an acrobatics check from you then, please?
Acrobatics, oh dear.
Okay,
Okay, 16. I don't have a bonus.
Okay, alright. 16 is not bad, actually.
So this went better than I thought this was going to go.
You kind of use a bit of your gear as padding, as you kind of spin in the air and kind of like manage to break your fall with your own gear, as you land with a bit of a thud, but otherwise on your feet,
Yes.
as you see Sergei now on the ground with this this man in black, his face mostly covered with black and gold trim, and also these these other, what I can only really describe as thugs in black, also circling at this point.
I will, if I have any, I don't know what works in terms of action and that
I
now.
think you probably have. I think you probably got bonus action here at this point.
Would I be able to just grab my sword and shield from my pack?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah,
I've not got my my armor or anything. It's just in a nightshirt.
It's going to take us a while
with
to
my
put that
sword
on,
and
isn't it?
shield.
All of us. It's going to take us a while to get the armor on. This is
Yeah.
bad. This isn't
Yeah.
good.
This
And
is-
I just shout to him, Sergei's down.
Thugs, and I saw a man in a nightgown fly out a window. Sword and shield, a brazen.
Have I passed into Valhalla?
All right.
Ghoul have we summoned?
Now then, Saga.
Yes.
You're up.
What would I have heard? I would have
You've
heard
heard
fire.
now 3 smashes. You've heard Thorik crying fire. You obviously are the only one left in the room with Johann right now.
Yep.
At this moment in time, what would you like to do?
Can I... Is the fire starting to come, like, through the hallway?
At this point, no, because we're still
Smoke,
only
I
about
mean.
6 seconds in. At this
Okay.
point. Essentially, what's going to happen is this fire is going to progress every round. So initiative 20, that's when it's going to start progressing each round.
Okay. So she would have been doing this, going, oh, she doesn't want to leave Johann, but they need her. She's going to grab her stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got my backpack.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have my underclothes, like whatever's under my breastplate on.
Uh-huh.
I'll grab the breastplate with one hand and then grab my pack
Okay.
and run out. Could I tell what direction the crashes came from?
Yeah, I would have thought so.
Okay.
You're kind of on the like your room is kind of the first next to the staircase anyway.
Okay,
so
so
there's
I'll
only...
just run down the staircase. I'll run down the
Okay.
staircase to the first floor. Is
Okay.
anyone in the downstairs area?
Only the proprietor Toblin.
What's he doing?
Well, he was. You kind of see him, seeing him frantically,
Yeah.
like putting like tankards down, like he was cleaning them. He's just kind of frantically, kind of like trying to put everything down, and he looks rattled.
Okay, I'll scream fire at him,
Right.
and then I'm gonna run out the door because I'm trying to find.
Okay.
Would I have heard Sergei's down, or just the crashes?
I think you probably, because this is all happening kind of outside where your window was.
Yeah.
So you probably would have heard that to be the case. I don't know though if you're going to be able to dash all the way downstairs and out of the bar.
Well, I'll dash as far as I can.
Yeah,
So
you could
just
probably
leave
see
me-
through the doorway enough to be able to see that there is commotion outside.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Yeah, leave me as far as I can get.
Sure. And you haven't brought Johann with you, just so I'm clear. Righto. Okie doke. All right.
That wouldn't be her first instinct, so.
Sure. Okay. Now it is the turn of the thugs. At the moment, there is Sergei and Marvellus outside. One of the thugs is going to move in to engage with you, Marvellus.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to swing his mace at you for a 19 against your armor class.
That would have beat. Yeah, that definitely beats.
All right, I'm
My
rolling.
current armor class.
I'm rolling a little too well for my liking at the moment. This is going to be 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
As he just kind of wins you, kind of hitting you in the stomach to kind of knock your breath out. And he is going to then take a second swing at you. Okay, this balances out a little bit better now. That's a 13 against your armor class.
Ah, yeah. Well, currently my armor class is 12, so that will hit.
Oh yeah, because you're not wearing your armor yet, are you? I suppose. Damn. That's going to be.
I'm an open-topped tank at the moment.
6 bludgeoning damage then.
6 bludgeoning damage. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
The next thug, because there are 6 of these plus the guy completely in black. He's going to draw a rather big-looking crossbow off of his back and start pointing it towards you, Marvellus. And he says, "Stand down. This is none of your concern." The 4th thug is... I say 4th thug, sorry, in the order that I'm doing it. The 3rd thug, I suppose. He's going to with his mace, he's just going to walk up and he's going to kind of flank you against the guy that's just winded you. So he's kind of really positioning himself. And let me see now. We've got 3 more of these guys. I think they are going to... Oh, actually, let me roll. I'm just gonna roll. Okay. The other 3, they're gonna get into position, kind of around Sergei, to kind of like create a wall between you and Sergei, Marvellus.
Okay.
With maces at the ready. As one of them has already said to you to back off. The others are kind of being a little bit tentative. You get the impression, though, they have readied actions. Kind of, if you try and get too close to Sergei, there might be a beatings for you. It's kind of, they've kind of like the comical police with the truncheon. They're kind of like smacking their maces against their
they're up to bat.
Open hands. Yeah, they're. So they've basically cut you off from Sergei in your current position. Okay. At this point, Thorik, you then see Nundro and Gundren kind of emerge from a room down the hall in their nightgowns with their little wee willy winky hats on.
It's a serious moment.
Looking as though they are completely still half asleep. And Gundren goes, "What's going on?"
Is he within arm's reach?
He's a couple of doors down from where you currently are.
I say, make sure they put that out. If Johann burns, there'll be hells to pay.
And they kind of both look, again, still startled. They're still kind of waking up, but they kind of like look terrified of you for the first time.
I cut them off. I just shout, "Move!"
and they kind of like run past you towards Johann's room.
Good.
Okay. And that is going to bring us to the top of the round. Now, Thorik. First of all, as we are around in now, there's a fair bit of smoke that's filling up, coming out of that room that you're stood outside of.
Yep.
So I do need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Is this anything to do with being poisoned, or?
No, not really poisoned. It's more, if anything, suffocation.
Okay, cool.
Not that that's much better.
Con save, 16.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, you are quick-witted enough, I think, to cover your face as best you can with whatever you have to at least avoid the initial impact of any smoke inhalation for now.
Has Saga been able to get out the back door by going downstairs?
So Saga, Thorik wouldn't know this per se.
True.
But Saga has gone down the stairs. She probably hasn't been gone long enough, probably, to get outside. Is probably the most narrative-based meta way of communicating that to you. I could probably.
Or we've been here for a while. Would he know, sort of? It's a bit of a mess question. Yeah. Okay.
She's on her way out. She's on her way out, at least.
Would I be able to, as I've already rolled a con save for the smoke, would I be able to go through the room to the quickest way out, aka the window, without suffering any adverse effects?
You would need to make an acrobatics check, I think.
Cool. Which would be an action, so I'd have a bonus action by the time I landed.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. Cool. So I just grab like I grabbed like a fucking piece of cloth from somewhere. I just rip it out of my pack like a spare, like my vestments. Fuck them. I cover my face with my shield hand, and I charge through. I'm through that window, baby.
Nice. All right. There's not much to smash as you go through this window because it's had both Molotov cocktail and a Sergei go through it.
I just go through the fucking like window frames.
Yeah.
I'm short as
It's like a cartoon, like imprint in the window.
There was a small one from Sergei and a larger one from Schalfort.
Yeah. All right. So could I get an acrobatics check from you, please?
No. 15.
Nice. Okay. So you using your shield as kind of a break on your fall, you managed to land with a bit of a thud. Dwarves, I always imagine to be quite heavy.
Thorik
folk.
is.
Yeah. So there is a thud as these thugs. You kind of land right in front of this line of thugs that's separating Sergei and Marvellus. You can see Sergei is on the ground. You can't quite get to him. You've got a thug to get through to get to him. And also there is this guy in this black and gold trimmed kind of looks a little bit like a ninja outfit is kind of the best way I could describe it. And he's kind of stood over Sergei at this current moment in time.
Does he appear to be looking to finish Sergei? As in, like, is there any indication of like whether they're trying to take him, kill him?
Do you want to give me an insight check?
15. Lots of 15s.
How can I put this to you?
Gently, delicately, please.
You get the impression that the priority is to take him. However, you also don't get the impression that killing would be outside of their... Yeah, if that makes sense.
Well, as far as I know, James isn't leaving us in terms of our recording schedule, so that's not fucking happening. So I use my bonus action. I land. It's a heavy landing. He basically kind of just lands full on his shield, jars his shoulder, digs it into the ground to push himself up. And as he rises, the rings are glowing just constantly with the silver light now. And he twists his hammer hand, and a spiritual hammer of his mother appears. And the thug standing over Sergei just gets
the guy with the poison on his blade?
Whoever is standing over Sergei is getting a spiritual hammer to their fucking chest.
Go for it.
My savior.
I don't have an action to heal you, my darling.
That is fine.
Next turn, there will be. So, spiritual hammer +6. That is a 19 to hit.
Oh, absolutely thwacks him one.
Thank you. Lovely. So that's a D8 +3 now. Oh, we're looking at the full 8 for an 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. Very nice. Okay.
I just growl.
Yeah, go for it.
Sorry, as that happens, the hammer like takes him like square between the shoulders. I'm just thinking, if he like looks back at me, there's just like kind of silver light behind Thorik's eyes, and he just says, "Step away from the halfling."
Ooh.
I would.
Do you want to give me an intimidation check?
Sure. Not very good at the charisma-based things, but Intimidation -1. 11 minus 1, 10.
Okay. You kind of see him very much shift his focus from Sergei now to you, and he kind of gets himself into a readied position, kind of poisoned blade at the ready. You can kind of see this black substance just kind of dripping off the end, and he kind of Morpheus style kind of beckons you to come for him.
Gladly. In 6
Ooh, look, I'm a villain. Ooh.
We just hear that coming out of the window. Like,
Yeah.
Sergei,
Yeah.
I do need a death saving throw from you, please.
No.
no.
Please, no. Don't do this to me.
No. No.
No.
Wait,
Yes.
what does a nat 20 and a nat 1 mean in these versions of death saves?
Oh, you bastard, keeping us all in suspense. So, a nat 20, I believe, automatically stabilizes?
Yeah.
You get 1 hit point. I think.
Yeah.
I have
it
to get
should
this out as
stabilize
cleric.
you.
It's something like that. But I'm worried that actually the real issue here is that you have a nat 1.
Yeah.
That one is 2 failures.
A nat 1 is 2 failures.
But it's not his death.
I'm afraid that is a nat 1.
I
that
thought
is
so.
two failures.
Alright.
Okay.
So if you fail another before you are stabilized, then Sergei will sadly...
There's still hope. There's still hope.
Okay, that's okay. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Would you like to describe a memory that passes before Sergei's eyes?
Or 2.
Or 2.
The last time he was in a pretty dire strait, quite a while ago, he's thinking of Johann and how they were by that fire. Was that Johann? Or was that Thorik? That was Johann, wasn't it? When the wolves attacked.
It was Johann.
Yeah, yeah, a long, long time ago before we were saved. But it's thinking of that memory and the time we spent together by that campfire.
Lovely. Isaac is correct. You do regain 1 hit point on a natural 20.
Oh boy, I
Had a way, he didn't roll it.
Well, just for the record.
that's
Here's what you could have won! Alright.
Sad banana.
Sad banana.
Now it is this dark-dressed man who seems to be focused now on you, Thorik. What's your current armor class right now, Thorik?
12.
Okay.
I'm in my breeches. A bit of a nightshirt situation. Beard unbound and flying. And a shield.
Okay. He's gonna charge in here towards you, Thorik, for his first attack with his sword. Ooh. Oh no, that's still going to be a 13 against your armor class, I'm afraid.
Yep, that'll hit.
For 6 points of piercing damage. I do also need you to make a Constitution saving throw, but you can do so with advantage because you are
dwarf.
Yes.
So 6 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
And a con save at advantage. What is it with 15s today? A 15.
A 15 is the DC required, in fact. So
That's quite a high DC.
That is a worryingly high DC.
it is a high DC. So you are, at least from this blow, not struck with this poison, even though some of it has kind of seeped into the small wound that you have. He's then going to... He's kind of like starting to circle you as he goes for a second strike. This time for an 11 against your armor class, as you
No.
manage to sidestep this strike headed your way. Marvellous.
Yes. Right. Okay. So I've got one thug behind me in flanking position, and I've
Yes.
got one in front of me.
Yes.
Neither of which.
And
is
then behind that one that's kind of in front of you is a row. So you've basically got to get through 2 thugs before you can actually get base to base, shall we say?
Yeah, I don't
with
think that's happening.
Sergei.
I don't. Yeah, I don't. I don't think I'm going to be able to get to him to heal in this turn. But what I can do. Yeah, I don't necessarily think they are going to attack him. But Wayne's planning to. But it's what I would have to do. My bonus action, I'm going to cast Sanctuary. On him. So basically, I look over. I've got Warcaster, so I don't need to use a hand. I look over at Sergei from what I can see, but behind the wall, him crumpled up on the floor, and my eyes glow yellow, and just a shimmer of light coats Sergei, and he is warded against attack. So anyone who targets him with a harmful spell or attack must make a wisdom saving throw, and on a failed save they must choose a new target or lose the attack.
Very nice.
That's my bonus action.
Lovely.
For my action,
how long does Sanctuary last for out of
that lasts
for the record?
for 1 minute. It is not concentration.
Or until Sergei makes an attack, I believe. Is that right?
If the water creature makes an attack,
Yeah.
casts a spell that affects an enemy or deals damage to another creature.
Lovely. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Awesome.
I then turn to see this one that's just come behind me, and I say, "Do you know what time it is?" And I am going to slash at the one behind me with my longsword, if I may.
You may, certainly.
Thank you. Where's my big die gone? There it is. Okay, that's a plus. That's a 16 to hit.
Will absolutely hit. These guys are not very well armoured at all. In fact, practically not armoured.
Well, let's see how tough they are. For I am going to smite.
Oh boy.
Early in the day for this.
Smite him.
Okay, not bad. That is 8 plus 15, so 17 damage to him.
Oh, okay. Enough to bloody him, certainly. How does your smite look as you do this?
So as I say, do you know what time it is? And my sword just light shoots up my arm and into the blade as I swing it round and sort of just catch him
Nice.
in the chest. And I believe I'm going to follow up with the same attack on him again as
Nice.
as that managed to bloody him.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So yes, I'm going to bring the sword back and just try and thrust at him with the second one, and that is going to be a 17 to hit.
17 is also going to hit, of course, as you swing around a second time.
Oh,
Striking
yeah, smite again.
Nice.
Let's take one down. I'm not being flanked by 2 guys with 2 attacks. This is not happening. Not with this armor class. Look, yeah, that's 15, 16, 17, 18 damage.
How are you finishing him?
This time, just same. The sword is still glowing straight up through the rib cage and out the back.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
Nice. This, of course, then does make the row of thugs is not quite ready to close enough to strike at you, but it certainly does. All pretense has kind of been dropped now at this point. I just wanted to take a moment to express our huge appreciation for all of our amazing Patreon and YouTube members. Your support means the world to us and helps keep this channel going strong. So I wanted to give a special shout out to each and every one of our incredible patrons and members, who are Simon Jelly, Martin C, Gallus, Gary Lloyd, James Hamilton, J.R. Belliston, Robert Treadwell, Jason Udall, Chrissy Kirby, Jason Bradwell, Nigel Raggett, and Rebecca Hill. Your support truly makes a difference, and we appreciate you more than we can express. And as a token of appreciation, I just wanted to remind you of the awesome perks that you get as part of our community, from early access to some of our videos, going all the way up to ultra early access for some of our newer, bigger actual play shows, and exclusive behind the scenes content, as well as access to our Discord channel. Your support truly makes a huge amount of difference. And to those who haven't joined yet, I invite you to consider becoming a patron or YouTube member. Not only will you unlock these fantastic benefits, but you'll also be directly contributing to the growth and success of this channel. So thank you once again for your incredible support, not only to our patrons and YouTube members, but you, the viewers as well, who tune in every week to watch our shows. Together, we're helping to bring these fantastic adventures to life. So thank you.